my name is Kat and this is Mini Maysie Makes. So I'm just hopping on here really quickly. Today's Thursday. I am at this container pop-up shop. I'm setting up tomorrow. I'm there on Saturday and Sunday. So I've got lots to do today. I'm there at this place. It's called Old Street Food and Craft, and they are actually running a wedding fair separately to the pop-up containers. So I'm looking to try and incorporate a little bit of that sort of wedding-y stuff into my things. I mean, my scrunchies, the satin scrunchies, some of the colours are quite, these are some that I'm just working on at the moment, but some of the small ones. Yeah, some of the satiny stuff is really sort of wedding-ified anyway. So I'm hoping that some of those things work out, you know, to work okay. So we'll see. I've made these satin pouches as well, like clutches really. They're big enough to hold a phone and some change and cards and that sort of stuff. So I'm going to do these made to order. I'm not making huge of them, amounts of them. I've got this very bright pink one because I had the spare and this was my practice one, a white one, and I'm doing a champagne-y coloured one as well. That's all in pieces just here. So I need to get that finished off today or tomorrow. It's not a problem. I also was looking at doing something a little bit different to add to the scrunchies. We'll see how people feel about it. Again, it's going to be made to order, so I'm not going to be making loads of these. I'm just doing a few as samples. I've had someone ask me for one, so I am making one for an order, but I thought I'd make a few more. This one is in red because I was testing some stuff and I had some red satin, I had a lot of it, and I thought, well, why not make it out of the red? So this is just a normal luxury scrunchie, and then I've got a ribbon that I've made on there, but I've hand embroidered. I don't think you're going to be able to see because of the colour. I'm not sure if that's going to be backwards or not, but that says bride, so hopefully you can see that. That is hand embroidered on there. Again, a random colour, mainly because I had it to hand and I was just trialing it. So yeah, so that's one, and it literally, so it would tie in your hair like normal, and then it would just drape down, and you can have it blank, or you can have it showing bride or Mrs. What's the other one? I don't know if you can see that. Oh, it's so hard to show. Mrs. Hopefully that's not backwards. And I've also tried as well. Can you see this? I don't know. Trying to cover my face as much as possible. Bridesmaid, that says. Again, these are all hand embroidered, so they're all. Oh, there's another Mrs. one because again I had some black thread to hand. Yeah, and I've also got plain ones as well, just plain ribbons, so they can be tied on, so they can be, what I was thinking is that they could be used in the hair on a day or for the bride, or when they're getting ready, anything like that, and then they can use the scrunchie again because the ribbon just ties on, because I thought it'd be nice to have like a keepsake. So the ribbon can they use the ribbon again or they don't. It's entirely up to them, or they put it in their junk journal or their keepsake box or whatever it is that they have, but they literally just tie on really. I'm not doing anything more than that. I thought about stitching them on, and then I just thought, no, this gives the flexibility of a keepsake, and yeah, I think they're quite cute. So yeah, so we'll see. So I'm going to offer those as an option, as people can have those, you know, if they want to. I don't know what people want. You know, I've never been married myself, so I have no idea. And weddings are not really my thing. So yeah, so I've got those little bits sorted. So there's some new little bits I have ready for this event, but not necessarily only for this event. I'll probably pop them on the website as well once I manage to get that sorted. I keep talking about doing the website. I must launch that. I really need to launch that this week. Most of the stuff is on there. So I've even taken some pictures of bags. So yeah, I really need to look at doing that. So yeah, so that's something I need to do. But in the meantime today, I don't know how much footage I'm even going to be able to get, because I really do need to sort out what I'm going to take. And yeah, take it from there. The space itself is 10 foot by 8 foot, but having a look online and looking at people's setups, I saw a lady who had a setup there last weekend, and she had a 6 foot table sort of coming across, and it didn't look like a lot of space on the side, so it must be 8 foot wide. I've asked all these questions, I'm waiting for them to come back to me to confirm. So I think it's 8 foot wide and 10 foot deep. So there's also like a patio heater in there as well, so I'm gonna have to be careful where I put the quilts. Yeah, so that's going to take a little bit of juggling around. Apparently it was really cold there last weekend, because I asked the lady some questions. Yeah, so you know, we'll see how we get on. I'll try and get some footage. My main plan for this whole vlog is to get some footage of doing it. So setting up, which is going to be unusual setup. So I'm going there tomorrow set up. Got to be there at 10 o'clock, got to meet them. The lady there at 10 o'clock. I think she just gives you the key and says, yeah, there you go, this is you, this is how you turn everything on, this is how you shut everything down, see you later, get on with it. I'm expecting that to be the case. The difference with this whole thing is that tomorrow I will have my little dog with me, which is going to be interesting. So he's going to want to investigate and stuff. I mean, he's not a young lad, but he's quite sprightly for 14. So so yeah, so he's going to want to investigate and do things and hopefully not cause too much mayhem. I don't know. Well, we'll see. I'm going to do as much as I can, as long as I can get the big bulk of it into the container. There's lights in there, there's power in there. They wanted pat test certificates for things you're going to plug in, but the only thing I bought a extension cable with surge protectors on it, and that arrived yesterday. So I'm going to take that and say, well, it's brand new, I don't need pat testing on something that's brand new, because everything's going to be plugged into it and it's got the surge protection on it, so it should be fine. I'm hoping they'll be fine with that. So yeah, so if I can shut everything down, you see how those little ears. Funny little sod. Yeah, so I'm gonna yeah, get everything across as much as I can get in the car when I've got the little pup with me as well. So yeah, we'll get across as much as possible, try and set up as much as possible on the first run. I might need to do a couple of runs is possible. I don't know. I really don't know what I'm going to get into. It's got chipboard walls on the inside of this container as well. So I'm also asked the question, still waiting for an answer, if it's possible to screw things on. Because again, I've been re-watching like videos of people that have been there in the past and they have screwed things into the chipboard, but I don't know if that's allowed or not. So if there is a way to attach my pegboards to the chipboard, that would be great. So yeah. Because that frees up table space. So I'm not looking, I think I'll maybe take the 6 foot and the 4 foot table. So again, it's difficult because I don't know where the heater is. But I'm thinking 6 foot down one side and the 4 foot butting up against it. So it makes it just come out a 2 foot L, but gives a little bit more length. And then I can sit behind that bit and then maybe put a quilt across the top and then quilts down the side on the rack. I really don't know. I don't know how this is going to work. I think I can put stuff on the outside as well, but the doors are. I don't know. But I will pop a picture up, I think, for you, so you have an idea of what it is that I'm getting into. I'll pop that up in a minute. And yeah, so you can see that. And then hopefully... yeah, I'll get some videos and some clips of going in and stuff. Again, quite difficult with little hairy boys. I think it's going to be difficult. But hey, you know, we've got to try new things all the time. And this is going to be new. I never set up with a little puppy before. So, yeah, it will be an interesting day. It will be good fun. We shall see. But today, just popping on here really just to say hi. Get this vlog started, and I'm gonna crack on. I might look to get some I'm gonna try and get these scrunchies finished, but I'll do them later. The same with finishing that little bag. I'll finish that later as well, because I really need to work out what tables I'm taking. Yeah, I've also got to do all my price signs and all those bits and pieces. So I think what I'm going to do, because I've got a little fidget down here, is I'm going to have a cup of coffee, we're going to have some breakfast, we're going to sit in the front room, we're going to I'm going to put a vlog on, and I'm going to do all my price signage, and I'm going to set all that up now, so I've got all that ready to print. And then, yeah, because I like to print them and I like to laminate them in case it rains. But we'll see if I've got time for all of those things. So I'm going to do that first, I think. First thing. The time now is 9:25, so nice and early. So yeah, we should be able to get that done pretty. Most of my templates are all set up, so it's just tweaking some bits. Hello, baby. Just tweaking some bits, and then yeah, just adding those in. I've got to. I think I might take the elephant quilt with me this time. We'll see if that was worth the effort of taking. I think it might be, because it is so cute. The Wiener quilt, the teacup quilt, or the teapot quilt, still aren't even quilted up. So but I'm not panicking. You know, I was at Disneyland Paris last week. I was very poorly at the beginning of this week. I managed to get some stuff done. I can't believe that I managed to make some of these bits and pieces the early part of this week, even though I was really sick. But yeah, before I sort of felt really sick, I was able to get some things done, which was amazing. So yeah, so I got some bits done this week, which is good. Disneyland Paris was good. With 2 little kids, little faces lighting up, and lots to see and lots to do, and oh my gosh, they don't stop, but they are a delight. They really are. And they got so many compliments from people like in restaurants and in shops and on trains and stuff, where people were just saying about, oh, how well behaved they are, and how they are a credit, honestly, a credit to my friend. Yeah, she works so very hard. She is a sister in a hospital. She works really hard, and she's got 2 beautiful kids, and yeah, and they are amazing because of her. So yeah, so we had a lovely time, though we were all sick at the end of it. The little baby boy not so much, but everyone else was pretty poorly when they got back. So yeah, but other than that, it was a really nice time. And yeah, we saw Mickey and Minnie, and Minnie was waving at the little lady that was with us, and yeah, it was lovely. Yeah, so yeah, if you've been, worth going to give it if you've never been, you should give it a try. Totally recommend. Like, to eat there, it always gets, at lunchtime gets really, really busy, so either eat really early or really late, and then and the one place, but if you need to eat around lunchtime-ish and you're struggling to find somewhere to eat, go to Toad Hall, which is next to the Peter Pan place. Because it's like English, it's fish and chips, the French and everyone else seems to avoid it. Can't imagine why, you know, I think they don't like us or something. But yeah, so they seem to avoid it, which was great, because then you can get in there and get a seat and get something to eat. And it was, yeah, it's quite handy to have that as sort of like a backup place to get a drink or whatever, and get 5 minutes, just sit down, because it's just non-stop. So yeah, just a little tip for you there. Anyway, I'm gonna crack on, do some stuff, do some paperwork, deal with my little dog, and I'll see you on the other side. Morning. So it's Sunday. I'm in my car at the moment. Everything's set up here again at Ode Street. I didn't get anything video wise apart from a few clips of the actual container yesterday, but did okay yesterday. Not great. The restaurant here wasn't busy, but not bad. To this morning, there are already loads of people coming in here for breakfast. It's a really nice place to come for breakfast and brunch and lunch and all those nice things. So there's loads of people here already. The car park is getting busy. People are walking past already, so they know we're here. So they don't usually buy on the way in, but they do buy on the way out. So hopefully we'll have a busy day today, but we'll see. It is what it is with all these things, so you can never tell with any of the markets. It's been nice to use a container actually, and it's nice to not have to set up every day. So yeah, it was good to get some be here early and get some stuff out and about, because people were literally coming in to the restaurant at 9 o'clock this morning. So we'll see how we get on today. I'll try to check in again if I can later, but other than that, I'll see you on the other side. See you then. Hi, so it's 2 weeks after Ode Street. You've seen the little clips that I have, which aren't many. I did mean to do more, but it just didn't seem to pan out like that. I was talking a lot to my container neighbour, who is a lovely lady. She was selling clothes there. So yeah, she buys them in, she doesn't make them, so it wasn't handmade stuff, but still, you know, a nice selection of stuff. So you really want to know how we did. So it was okay. I had hoped for a bit better, but this whole thing is very new for this place, so I don't think that people even knew that this was a thing that was happening there. The weather was a little bit miserable as well, but the place is pretty busy. So the containers themselves are literally just outside the entrance, and there is only one way in and out, so it was quite a lot of footfall. It's just having the people stop and come in. So they don't come in usually they don't stop on the way into the restaurant, because they have to go and get a table, because you don't book the tables unless you have a brunch or an afternoon tea or something. So you have to go in and try and grab a table. Sometimes there's a waiting time as well. So they get their little buzzers and then they do their little mooch around, and they either shop straight away or they look and then they come back and they shop on the way out. So it was okay. I did in total for the weekend, I think it was £284. It cost 60 quid to be there, so it was okay, but you know, definitely should have been better. The lady I was next to on the week I was there the following weekend, and she said it was much better, and that might be because it was Mother's Day weekend, so a lot of people were going there as a special occasion. So I don't know. I don't know if there's a way that you know how this would work there, but I definitely would do it again. It's a really nice space. There's I think 6 containers in total. They rent out 4 of them. The one they use for storage, the other one has like a little coffee bar thing, like their own pop-up coffee bar inside. So yeah, I think on the Mother-in Sunday weekend all 4 were rented out. When I was there was only 2 of us there, but yeah, it was okay. It was nice, it was different. People that walked past were really nice, which makes all the difference really. So yeah, it was okay. It wasn't great, but it was okay. I am already booked in to do again at the end of July, so hopefully if the weather's good and the sun is shining, people will want to go there for brunch and afternoon tea and just their normal breakfast, because people were literally getting there at like 9 o'clock in the morning. So really, they said like be ready to trade at 9. You do need to be up and at them and have your stuff ready and showing at 9 o'clock. If like, or just before really, and then yeah, people don't stop really. They acknowledge you, and then they go in and get a table, because they want that, you know, they're there for breakfast, so they want to be able to get a table. So many people didn't get tables. So some people waited around and others didn't. So, but yeah, it was a really nice space. It was calm, it was nice, people were nice. Yeah, they have a gift shop on site as well. So people go to the gift shop and then they come out to the containers, or they see us on the way in and out, as I said. So yeah, it's I'm looking forward to being back there because it was nice and I know what to expect now. So I think I would have decorated it differently. You just didn't know what you were going to get. That was the problem. So each of the containers are slightly different. So one has no wood on the inside, which my neighbour had. Mine had part wood on the sides. There's another one that has wood all the way round, and I'm not sure what the fourth one's like. But so you don't know what one you're going to get until you get there. So it's really hard to sort of plan for decorations and stuff. But now I've got a better idea of how it works. I think my decorations will be different next time, so that should be good. So we'll see. But at this moment in time, I'm doing literally no quilting. I am making scrunchies, lots and lots of scrunchies. My plan is to make as many scrunchies as possible, so I can then not make scrunchies for a while. I can literally just crack on with the quilting. I have to quilt the sausage dog quilt, and I still haven't quilted the teapot quilt, so I need to get those done, and I just can't until I get all these scrunchies out of the way. Another reason for that is because I've just been accepted onto Faire, the Wholesale website, so that's really exciting. And yeah, a surprise. So I've heard it's quite hard to get onto, so I don't know, because it took me no time at all. So I don't know how hard it is really, but it might be hard in certain fields. So like if you're an illustrator or something, it might be hard because there's loads of them on there, but my stuff is a little bit different, I guess. So yeah, so at the moment I am just I've added the scrunchies and earrings. I'm going to be adding some cushions and some quilts. It's just working out the wholesale pricing for it really. So yeah, we'll see, because you have to mark it down so they earn double what you're selling it to them for, really. So it gives them a chance to reduce it, I guess, just to get it sold. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. So I've only just got accepted on there, set up my store, and that was cleared yesterday, so I should be good to go on some of that stuff. So I just want to get the scrunchies done, out of the way, so I don't need to stress anymore. The only hiccup I have with that is the elastic for my larger scrunchies, because I used thicker elastic. The one where I love it, it's such a great elastic, so I ordered some more, and when it's turned up, it's really thin, like not thin height wise, but thin texture wise. It's really awful. So I've contacted them and said, what is happening? You know, is this going to be an ongoing thing? You know, if this is how it is, then I'll try and find somewhere else. So yeah, I'll see what they say, and hopefully, I mean, they did say that they would go through their stock and check, and then they'd send me a replacement. So we'll see, you know, hopefully if they do send a replacement, it is the right one and not the little thin stuff, because that's not going to work for me. So yeah, I'm glad I didn't go. I was going to buy the bulk, like the really big reel of it, and then I decided against it, so I'm really pleased that I did, because yeah, if I'd bought the bulk of that one, I would have been really unhappy. So yeah, so we'll see. So today is let me check the date, Friday the 11th of April, so 2 weeks after I did Ode Street. Is it 2 weeks? 1, 2, 3, oh no, 4, 1, 2, 3, 3 weeks, 3 weeks since I did Ode Street. And this Sunday I am doing Staplehurst Food and Craft Market. Now this is, I've never been to this place. They have a lot of repeat people go there every month, so I'm hoping it's going to be okay, and the football's okay. The food is a big thing there, so it's quite a, you know, food prominent market, I think, and then the craft is sort of tagged onto it. So yeah, I'm hoping it's going to be okay. The problem is when you do rural places like that and you quilt, people there quilt. So you tend to have a lot of people come and go, oh look, a quilt, oh yeah, I quilt, and then they want to look at your binding and how you attach your binding. That's how you know if someone quilts, is because that's the first place they go. They look at the binding first. So yeah, so I'm expecting quite a lot of that. So I'm not expecting to sell any quilts. If I do, it'd be a miracle. I can't even take very much. I can only have a 6-foot space, so I'm taking my 4-foot table and my 2-foot wide folding shelf and hoping that that will do the trick. I will have, they said that I should be able to have a display behind me, so I will have one of my stands with me, so I'll pop that behind me, and hopefully that will draw the eye a little bit as well. And then normally on that scenario, when I just have like one little table, I will have quilts folded up on the shelf. So I think I'll probably take a total maybe of 3 quilts, maybe 4. I have 3 on the shelf and 1 on display. We'll see. I don't know. We'll see how we get on. So I've got to tweak around with my layout and setup for that. So because it's such a different type of space. You know, I've had the shelf with a 6-foot table, but I've never had the shelf with a 4-foot table. So yeah, it will take a little bit of tweaking. So tomorrow, Saturday, the plan is, hopefully, the plan is to do, yeah, the mock-up layout of what I need to do, and then I've got to just pack everything up and be ready to go. So yeah. I signed up for 2 really last minute. So I signed up for this one, and I signed up for I think it's called I Love Whitstable, or Love Whitstable, or something like that market, which I've done before when it was I Heart Whitstable. And I was expecting there were going to be 2 weeks between, but they moved the Whitstable one forward by a week, so it would be on Easter Sunday, so which is fine with me. I can do it, just means that I've got them 2 Sundays in a row, which again is fine. So it was okay last time. I completely changed my setup again. I'm doing the 4-foot table and the 6-foot shelf, it's 4-foot table and the 2-foot shelf. So yeah, hopefully it'll all work out. Again, with the display behind me, she's gonna put me up against a wall. So yeah, we'll see how it pans out. Hopefully it'll work out okay. You never know. So I expect, as usual, same with Ode Street, my luxury large scrunchies were the ones that sold the most there. There were some things I just, I sold, actually, I think I sold most things. The only thing, I didn't sell any mini bunting. Yeah, I think I sold nearly one of everything else, so, or a bit of everything. Oh, I didn't sell any books or device sleeves. I don't think, no. But I did sell one at the Crafted Collective that I'm still doing. So obviously I did that I started there in the 1st of February when it opened. I'm not sure how much longer I'm going to go with that. I mean, it was okay. I did okay last month, but when you total up how much it costs for a shelf, and then you have to work there 1 day a week, not 1 day a week, sorry, till like 1 day a month, it's quite a lot of money. So you know, you're working there from, let's say, 9:30, because you've got to get there early, 9:30 till you want to be out at 4 because you're not being paid for it. So that's a longish time. So even if you do on minimum wage, I mean, you know, it's a lot of money that it's costing. So it's your time, plus, you know, it's not, you know, a lot of the people that do it live local to it, so it works okay for them. I don't live local. I mean, I'm not far. I'm like 20-25 minutes away, depending on the traffic. So it's not far, but it's still a chunk of time and petrol, and yeah, backwards and forwards. So, you know, that's a 50-minute journey to like return back, there and back. And then, yeah, and then your time, and then the cost of the shelf of 43 quid a month. It's a lot of money. And then the cost of your goods that are there, it's just not earning its keep. So I've had a really crap few days. In fact, I think the first week in April was pretty crap. This last week has been pretty crap. So and I was expecting it to be better because it's been half term, I think. So yeah, but it hasn't been. It's been really poor. So we'll see what happens. Obviously we've got Easter, you know, it's in a garden centre, that might pick things up. I'm gonna probably hand in my notice at the beginning of May, and clear out by the end of May, I think. Yeah, I think because it's just, there's absolutely no point in it dragging on any longer than that, really. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I am gonna be there. Yeah, I'll go and clear it out and see what happens. I mean, it's not, you know, they're really nice people, but it's just too expensive. And I'm on and the shelf, there's 3 shelves. They call them prime because they're deep, but when you're right at the bottom, you can't even use the back of the shelf because no one can see anything. So yeah, no, not a great scenario for me. Not for me anyway. You know, my items that I can't even have anything big there. I had a couple of quilts there and then they took them off display and shoved them out the back. I had 3 cushions there and then they've shoved one right at the very top and then they shoved the other 2 in storage bins as back stock. So I'm not even going to be able to sell any big items to make any money. I'm only selling little, you know, scrunchies. I did sell 1 book sleeve, 18 quid, but that was it. You know, the rest of it is cheap. So yeah, and I'm selling the scrunchies cheaper there because of where it is than I do when I do markets. So yeah, not really working for me. It's a shame. Like I said, everyone there is very, very pleasant, very nice. They all help each other and that's great, but not for me, I don't think. So yeah, so we'll see. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. And they don't even know that I'm even thinking about leaving, but yeah, someone else has already gone and she had the shelf next to me. So you know, I think that sort of speaks volumes for, as she left at the end of March, so she just did 2 months. So yeah, I mean, that speaks volumes to me. And I think what makes it worse is that like they prioritize the people that were there before, and so, you know, the people that were there before are established and people know their stuff, and the owners have so much. There's 2 owners, they have so much space. They have 3 shelves each and then they have loads of stuff everywhere else. And you know, it's not fair. You know, people know that their stuff is there, so that's fine. But I think that it's the newer people that at least the people on the bottom shelves that they should be pushing. You know, it's just, yeah, poor show. So I suspect I'm not going to be the only one that's going anyway. I'm not sure how they can get around to fixing things either. So yeah, so we'll see. Anyway, that's I'm just getting that off my chest. I just rambled on for like 17 minutes. I'm sorry. It's been yeah, I've been literally here looking after my dog for the last 2 weeks. He has been very, very poorly. Yeah, and having had one across the Rainbow Bridge in November, it's been awful here. So yeah, so we've had other things on our minds. Some mini Maysie makes is just like literally little bits here and there because it's just not been possible to do what I would normally be doing. So I've hardly posted anywhere. Obviously, you know, you can see my last YouTube video was a long time ago. So yeah, you know, it can't be helped. Life gets in the way. Life is life. And it won't stop for anyone. So you just got to get on and do it. So that's what I'm doing today. I'm getting on and doing it and hoping for the best. And yeah, he's resting up at the moment. He's been out for a little walk, so he's a happy little chap. Though he's not eaten anything yet, which is not like him. And yeah, so I'm hoping he's doing okay still. I don't know. such a worry, because they can't tell you what's wrong. It's the worst bit. So anywho, I'm going to stop rambling on, because I've rambled on for yet another minute. I'm going to crack on with scrunchies, everywhere scrunchies. So I'm going to get on with those, try and get as many done as possible. And then that's today. I've also got to do some stuff for Faire today as well. So I think I'll do some scrunchies, do some stuff for Faire, do some scrunchies, and take it from there, I think. Yeah, and then I might edit this vlog at some point, hopefully this evening, and try and get it posted as soon as possible, because it's been a while and I've now got 21 subscribers. So thank you for coming by and saying hi, and yeah, it's really kind of you to even bother to subscribe, to be honest. So yeah, that's really nice. So thank you very much, and thank you for watching if you've managed to stand this rambling on to this point, because there's been a lot of rambling. So but yeah, thanks for watching. I really appreciate it, and if you haven't liked and subscribed, please do. I upload when I can, and I try to do it a little bit more regular if I can. I will try, if I can get some video footage of for the weekend and doing Staplehurst Market, then I will. I don't know what to expect here, no idea, so we'll see. I'll see if I can get that added up, and yeah, and if I do, I will add that into the next vlog. But for now, I shall let you crack on with your day. Take care, and I'll see you again soon. Thanks a lot. Bye.